Welcome back. We took a look at the Oregon coast where my adventure started, and now some of my favorite adventures are up high in the mountains. Here's a look at some of my favorite hikes in the Oregon Cascades. No one should ever name this beautiful mountain after such a mortal name, but Coffin Lookout Trail may have you wanting that coffin after this steep hike. Heads up, the trail starts going up from the beginning, so go ahead and prepare now because it's a tough one. At only 3 miles round trip, this trail is indeed steep, but only a short time before those views open up. Along the trail, you can see multiple peaks across central and western Oregon, including Three Finger Jack and the Sisters. But the main attraction along the trail is the expansive and almost perfect peak, Mount Jefferson. Bare grass balds line the trail with colorful wildflowers in the spring and early fall. We were a little late to the party this go-round, but these views are still worth it. Hemlocks, sign of the higher elevation. If you remember, these trees love higher altitudes. Huckleberry along the trail starts to peak in mid-October. Perfect backdrop for these expansive views. Views can't get much better than this. This is a helipad for Fire Lookout, which has served the Detroit Ranger District since 1984, but also a perfect day hike 30 minutes up the road from Santiam Pass. On a clear October day, you can see the Sisters, Three Finger Jack, and Mount Jefferson, the second tallest peak in the state at 10,500 feet. We finally made it to Lemolo Falls. Lemolo actually means wild in Chinook, and this certainly is a wild area. This water here is part of the Umpqua River, and all water here melts and ends up in the Pacific Ocean. Enjoy. Strap on those snowshoes. Hey guys, welcome back. Winter has finally arrived across the Cascades, and we're going to take a little snowshoe adventure. Right behind me is Mount Bailey, around 8,500 feet, so we're going to be headed straight to the top. Those snowshoes are definitely recommended as we kind of head into the winter months, so winter has just begun. You have to park a half mile from the trailhead and close the main road for snowmobiling this time of year. Follow the signs for Mount Bailey. Winter is the most quiet time of the year in the mountains. Snow absorbs sound and makes it super quiet. Well, for the most part. Making a lot of noise in the snowshoes, but man, there's something about that crunch of the snow. Morning light passing through the trees and glistening on the snow feels like you're in a Thomas Kincaid painting. Keep walking the trail and follow the diamond trail markers. But don't forget to stop, pause, and embrace your inner Michael Bublé in these trees. FYI, holidays are around the corner. Before long, views start to open up. Gorgeous views of Mount Tilson along the way. But don't let this fool you. The last stretch is a steep one and straight up. Snow also makes us more aware of animals around us, like these elk tracks. After a while, and a steep ascent later, you're at the top. At 8,500 feet, Mount Bailey serves as a perfect natural lookout with views of Mount Tilson and even Mount Shasta and the rim of Crater Lake. Pop a squat, grab a snack, and have some fun on the rocks. It's chilly up here, but enjoy the view. You deserve it. After the 3,200 feet of elevation gain you had on the way up. We're headed north this week to get views of Oregon's tallest peak from Tom, Dick, and Harry Mountain. The trail is mostly shaded and pretty well maintained with rails and footbridges. Eventually, you'll find yourself at the junction for Mirror Lake. You're going to want to follow the trail for Tom, Dick, and Harry Mountain. Stop and take a look at the lake, just for a little bit. It's completely surrounded by forest, and if you look up, that's where we're headed. The forest is made up of firs and mostly hemlocks, able to thrive at these higher altitudes of around 5,000 feet. Take your time on the trail. There's a lot of loose basalt as you go up in elevation. Once at the top, you can see Oregon's tallest peak, Mount Hood, one of my personal favorites, maybe yours.